Nice.
What is this?
Well, I got tired of the plans being like blown by the wind and all out of order, so I made us a zip tape plan holder. Check that out, dude.
Wow, just like the zip system charging station that you made me?
Yeah, that thing awesome. Hey gang, I'm Paul with Stud Pack. Welcome back to our channel and welcome back to the Stud Pack Dream House Build. In our previous video, you saw Jordan, Rad, and I put all the zip sheathing on the exterior of this building, 31 foot in the air to the ridge, and put up all the zip tape. So we are completely dried in, well, except for a few windows. And getting this building dried in with the zip sheathing and the zip tape was a huge milestone for the Stud Pack team. But in fact, we're not getting too much work done because when we show up at the job site, we stand down there in the dirt driveway just looking up at this 2 to 3 story green building that we created. But in this video, we want to reach another awesome milestone, and that is getting the framing completed. And it may look like we're done with the framing, but believe me, we're not. We've got to build our ERV compartment up there. We've got to air seal this ceiling right here on this wall by the stairwell. And we got to build our bathroom wall. Plus a huge problem we found that we got to fix to make this building live up to the Stud Pack standards. You aren't going to want to miss that one. And one thing you guys are going to notice in this video, check it out, all the rough plumbing is done. But don't worry, we're going to do a follow-up video and take you step by step through with the plumber, every fitting, every piece of pipe, and show you what they did. And especially show you what we forgot and what we didn't have ready for them. A lesson we learned so that when we build the main house, we're going to have all that stuff ready for our plumber. But one thing that's always ready for us is the sponsor of today's video, AG1. Now, AG1 has been a sponsor of our channel for a long time. Really appreciate them along with all our sponsors because building something like this would not be possible without them. AG1 is made up of 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients. So now I'm getting the necessary vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants I need. In fact, before I was taking AG1, I was taking a whole handful of multivitamin pills. Now all I have to do, simple habit, mix it up in the morning, down it, super easy, and I'm done for the day. Now I get a lot of comments in the video about my age. I'm 60. I'm more than twice the age of Jordan and Rad. So how am I able to keep up? Well, I put the best things in my body so that my output is the best. And AG1 also combats visible signs of aging. So,
Looking great.
What do you think?
Yeah, you're looking great.
Now, building this house is a huge task and it keeps us extremely busy. And oftentimes when you're busy, one of the first things you sacrifice is your health. So we have incredible peace of mind knowing that our nutrition is covered by AG1. So go to drinkag1.com/studpack to get started on your order. And for our viewers, they're going to send you a year supply free of D3 plus K2 vitamins and 5 free travel packs. So thanks to AG1 for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to framing again. All right, guys, we're going to get started with our framing list by building some walls. We want to see this bathroom framed in so we can see what kind of bathroom Jordan's going to have. First thing we're going to do is build a long wall. We've already got our lines popped here on the floor, here, and on the little side wall. We used our line laser to project that line all the way up onto the top of our joist. Remember, that wall is going to go all the way up, and we're going to have a cathedral or vaulted ceiling in the bathroom. A lot of ways to tie in this wall to that vaulted ceiling. Jordan decided to make it super complicated on me, so we're going to bevel a 2x6 for our top plate. Already got our angle, 32 degrees. We just used the level function on our phone, super handy. Let's go downstairs and rip a top plate. All right, guys, we made our first rip on our 2x6 top plate, then we spun the board around. We moved the fence to the left-hand side of the blade, and we made a 32-degree cut on the top of a little short 2x4. Just pretend that's our wall stud, and now we're kind of upside down. Here's our top plate, and we use this to make a pencil line right there, and that's gonna be the edge of our next cut. So I'm gonna go hold that end up. Jordan's gonna put the camera down, dial in the fence, and we're gonna run it through. All right, we get tired of carrying these up the stairs. They don't fit, so in the window. All right, guys, there's our 2x6 top plate that we beveled on both sides. We got our bottom plate right here in our lines, and we took one of the drops from the top plate, and I temporarily screwed it on our laser line, and that's gonna give me a reference point to measure to. So I'm gonna pass the end of the tape down to Jordan. He's gonna put it on the top plate, and then I'm gonna measure to the short point right here, and then all we have to do is go down and cut our studs, 32 degrees to the short point, and then cut our length to 145 3/4. All right, guys, got a little bit of a problem. Remember that 145 3/4 we were talking about? Check it out. These are too short. We ordered 12 footers. They're not even 12 feet long. They must be pre-cut studs for a 12-foot wall. I don't know. But even if we did get studs that were 144 inches long, they still would have been too short. So that's my bad. I was the measuring guy. It must have been part of that heat wave that affected my brain. But no worries. We'll just run to the lumberyard, get 10 14 footers, and we'll put all this to good use. Remember all those framing projects we talked about? We're going to use every bit of that. All right, bud, let's head to the lumberyard. All right, guys, we're back from the store. Got us a bunch of 14 footers. Let's build us a wall. All right, guys, there's all our studs ready to go. They're more than 10 feet long, so we will have to add a block in the middle. We'll show you what that's all about. Here's my bottom plate for the wall and our specially beveled top plate. I'm going to put all our measurements on here. They're 16, so we're going to burn 3/4 on either side, and we're going to just lay out the whole thing all the way down. Then we'll project those across with that big square, lay out our door, and then we're ready to nail this thing together. All right, just a little quick block on the subfloor to keep that wall from sliding on us as we tip it up. Certainly don't want it sliding and crashing into our drain for our shower, but I think that's going to be fine. Let's tip the wall up. We got a mark here. We'll nail it down on our layout and then nail the top to the trusses using our laser to get it perfectly plumb. Slide to me.
Perfect.
We'll keep moving it out.
All right, gang, we got our wall stood up, and this thing is absolutely massive. But I'm having a little trouble getting it to my laser line on my side. So I got a little 1/2-inch bar clamp, got it hooked on the top of my wall, and on our truss. I'm just going to crank it in until I'm exactly. This is going to be so easy. I don't know if you can see it, but there's my laser line. I just got to get the top plate right there, and then I can nail it off. Come on, little clamp. You can do it. I said it was going to be easy. Ah. Pretty solid, boys. Maybe we need to move the bottom of the wall out. That'd be a lot easier. All right, we got sister sledge out. We got to come over 1/4 of an inch to make that wall perfect. All right, Rad, you ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead, bud. Perfect.
Like that?
Yes, sir. What's that falling from the sky? It's the first rain in months. You can hear the grass saying, ah. And that's it. That's all we get. All right, guys, we're building our end wall. As you can see, we've already got our bottom plate put down. Now I'm putting some ladder blocking in at the top for our top plate. Got my square so it's all flushed out. Move my hand, boom. Catch the other side, we'll put another one here and another one here. Looks like a ladder, and that's why it's called ladder blocking. The framer stretch.
Salute!
Thank you, sir.
All right, let me have that top plate, boys. That's it. There's only 5 studs, so we're just going to measure them one at a time. I know I could do the math, but it's been a long day, and I don't want to do the math, so we're just going to measure. 145 3/4. Why is that familiar, Jordan? Oh, because that's the short point to here.
Yep.
Of course, that makes total sense. All right, cool. All right, guys, there's our bathroom wall. It is the next day, and we got it all completed late yesterday afternoon. Now, because these walls are more than 10 foot high, our code where we are requires this blocking right here. It really stiffens the wall up side to side, and if a fire starts in the wall, of course, it's going to act as a fire stop. So we simply pop a line, a level line across, and we stagger our blocks. Makes it a lot easier just to nail from the ends like that instead of trying to toe nail if they were all in the same line. Now let's walk in the bathroom real quick. And this is a change we made on the fly yesterday. The plans called for a 2-0 door. In my mind, 2-0 door, 24 inches wide, but that was really too narrow for a bathroom door. So we made it 2-6, and now I can walk in there even with my wide bags on. So vanity, the wall-mounted toilet, and here's our shower. It's not gonna be a curbless. We're gonna have a little curb here. We're gonna go crazy in the master bathroom shower with the curbless detail, right, Jordan?
That's right.
And we've already made a change in here. If you remember the Hawaii videos, we put the valve right here by the door. So you open the door, you can turn on the water without getting soaked, and the shower head's over here. We're gonna do the same thing, but it's a simple task for the plumbers when they come back to move these over here to our valve wall. And so when the plumbers come back, that's when we're gonna take you through the project and walk you through what they did so you're not gonna miss one single thing. So now that all the framing is done up here on the second floor, we're gonna take off our framers caps, put on our drywallers hats, and think like a drywaller. Where do I need backing so I can get a screw in the drywall? Got a great example right here in the bathroom in this corner. I can put a sheet on this wall because I can screw into this stud, but when I put a sheet here where my left arm is, I have nothing to screw to right here. So we're gonna put backing there. And we have all that zip left over, which works great for us, and I actually have one over here in the corner. We like using up the zip because we have a ton of it left over as scraps, and then I can insulate fully back here in this cavity, and all it has to do is hold the drywall screw, so that's gonna work great. And we also like it because it's green, and we can see over there in the corners that we've already done those two, and we just have a couple more left. In fact, right here in the bathroom, I've got these two pieces already cut, right here. So Rad and Jordan are gonna go put those in, and I've got a few more pieces to cut for over here and the top of this rake wall, because if you pan up there, Jordan, the drywallers have nothing to screw into up there. I'm gonna head down to the saw, be your cut man. You guys start installing some backing.
Sweet.
All right, guys, that does it for all the drywall blocking. There's more blocking we have to do up here. We're gonna show you later. It's gonna be the blocking for our lower cabinets, our upper cabinets, the glass in the shower, the vanity, that type of thing. But for right now, we need to grab our ladders and head downstairs because we have a ton of work to do in the stairway, both downstairs and upstairs, and I wanna get that knocked out today. Let's grab our tools, head downstairs. So what did I mean when I said we had a lot to do on the stairway? Well, number one, we're gonna put a doorway in right here to have access under the stairs. We got to put blocking here, blocking for our handrail. We have to continue our air sealing upstairs. Probably going to throw a little wall in there and some padding out here for our drywall. But I say let's put a nice 3-0 door in here so I can stop doing this. All right, Rad's drilling the hole through the bottom plate and into the concrete because we have to bolt it down. We never did that. We want to do it now because if we cut this piece out where our doorway goes, this is going to start flopping around, and so is this off of our layout. Get it bolted down now on layout, then we'll frame it in and cut this out. All right, I blew that out with some air to get all the dust out. There's our wedge anchor, and if you notice, the threads don't go all the way to the top. That's so you can tap on that with the sledge and set it. A lot of guys will run the nut all the way up, hit the nut. I'd rather hit the bolt, and that's why I run it down a little bit like that. Tap that, we're good to go. Done. All right, here's a quick trick. We showed it in a previous video for cutting the sill plate out without pulling out the reciprocating saw. I'm gonna use our circular saw because the distance from the edge of the blade to the edge of the shoe is 1.5 inches. And of course, that's the thickness of a 2x4. So all I need to do is put the screw against the king and make a cut. And I set the depth to a skinny 1.5 inches. Well, I didn't set it. One of you guys said it, right?
It was me.
I don't want to see any sparks now.
Okay.
Okay?
Whoa.
Let the blade stop. Perfect depth.
Nice.
We've got a little splinter here, bud. What's going on?
Rather safe than sorry.
You're right. That blade's a monster. I hate to ruin it. All right, cool. Let's put in our jacks, finish this doorway. All right, guys, we are knocking this out. Our next step is fire blocking at the stairs. Our inspector wants angled blocking that follows the slope of the stairs in the wall. So if a fire starts here, this acts as a stop, gives you a chance to exit from the upstairs. I've already got this side cut. The other wall's 2x6s, so I'm gonna put Jordan and Rad putting these in while I cut the other side. All right, door, stairs, done. Drywall backing, done. What does this say? I can't even read my own writing. Stair ceiling, done.
Yeah.
Done. I think that's what it says. All right, we still got a long way to go. Let's knock out this I-beam screws, because that's been bugging me for a while. Then we'll hit the air ceiling in that upper story. All right, what the heck did I mean by an I-beam screw? Remember way back when we built this I-beam and we attached the 2x12s? That's blocking for drywall here, 5/8, and on the sides to protect this in case of fire, protect the steel in case of fire. But as you can see, we got a little lip right here. That's going to telegraph through our drywall. If this thing even twists even more as it dries out, it can make this drywall corner pop. Don't want that, so we're going to attach the wood to the steel right here. I picked up these self-drilling screws from McMaster Carr. But this little drill bit won't drill through that steel I-beam all the way. It gives out. It's not made for something that thick. So I'm going to drill a pilot hole with this drill bit, and then this screw will easily go through. All right, bud, let's see how this works.
You want that green lube?
I can't get it in there from underneath.
Just put it on the drill bit.
Oh, on the drill bit? Sure. It works pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah, all right. You want to go grab it?
Yeah, where is it?
It's with the metal drilling. It's with the metal drilling lubricants in the tool room.
Okay.
Can't miss it.
All right. Oh, easy.
Perfect. I must have hit a knot in the steel on that other side. All right, guys, we are knocking out our list. Only a few more things left, but we got a big project, and that is to seal this stairway. Remember all the trouble we went to seal the apartment? Even at the edges here, we Lexelled this piece of zip on the inside to the zip on the outside to seal that. Because we're going to put a blower door just to Jordan's left and pressurize the apartment. But we got a big problem. We got this big hole at the top. We have to completely seal that off. So here's what we're going to do. We have a couple sheets of zip left over, and we're going to put that on the top and connect it to the top of this wall and the top of the exterior wall and seal it tight. So a couple things we got to do first. A couple of these panels extend up past the top plate, so we're going to get the router, trim it flush all the way down there where Rad is. Say hi, Rad.
What?
Then we're going to get our Lexell out, seal the top plate to the trusses. We're going to show you up close on that. And while Jordan and Rad work on that, I'm going to work on the zip and get the panels cut so we can lay them up here. The green's going to face me. We'll tape everything with the zip tape and then frame it underneath so it's nice and strong. Sounds complicated, but it's pretty easy. Let's get started. All right, guys, by code where we live, we have to do a blower door test. If you want, take a shot every time I say blower door. So now you're already at 2. Remember, a blower door is a special fan in a frame that seals into this doorway. The fan can push air into the building and find out where your leaks are, and it can also go the other way and put negative pressure in here, blowing air out of the building. Now when we do that test, obviously we have to have all our openings sealed, our windows and our door. But we have a huge opening at the top of the stairwell. We're gonna fail our test if we don't seal that up. So here's what we're gonna do. We're simply gonna put a piece of zip up there and seal it along all the edges. The first step we gotta do is put some Lexel up there. Let's grab our ladders and show you what that's all about. All right, let's show you what's happening. Here's a drop from a piece of 4-foot wide zip. It's gonna hit the trusses on this side and just catch our wall over here. Remember, we're gonna tape this joint right here and all our vertical and horizontal seams on this wall. Over here, we need to seal this because air could get between our exterior sheathing and our top plates. It's pretty tight, but we want the best blower door score we can get, so we're sealing that with Lexel. Once we put our zip on top just like this, we'll put another bead here to seal all of this, and then we're gonna underframe it with 2x4s to maximize the space on top, because this is where our ERV, our energy recovery ventilators, are gonna be, making Jordan's apartment super.
You're doing great, keep going.
Making the air in Jordan's apartment super,
Super fresh.
making the air in Jordan's apartment super fresh. Hey Jordan.
What's up?
You think you could just come over here and push me down as I do this? This is a pain.
I think so, actually. Stud pack moving service.
Really, dude?
Yeah, you gotta hold the camera, the ladder. Tell me when.
Keep going. Keep going. This is a rad trick right here.
Yeah.
Look at that rad. I've been hanging around you too long. Where'd you go?
Hi.
Are you good?
Is that rad approved?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we need 2 sheets of zip. Every time. Green side down, guys.
Oh, dang it. You got it, Dad?
Yep. Nice. It should be square.
Yeah.
About to get real dark in that stairway.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay.
All right, we're taping our interior here. We got the last vertical seam right here. Let me grab that rad and pull. All right, nice. And see our system, we got a piece of Advantech left over. We got our 2x6 runners with structural screws in the framing, and that's kind of our sled to put the ladder on so we can work safely up there. No more sketchiness, Rad.
This ain't sketchy?
No, man, I'd stay on that all day long. All right, once we get this one done, we just have this one inside corner and the one seam at the ceiling. And then I think we're sealed in, guys. What do you think? We're 100%?
Yeah.
Cool. This is awesome. This worked out just like I wanted to. I think it's gonna make our blower door score test really good. All right, gang, we're all sealed in. Now we're gonna underframe it. By that I mean we're gonna support the ceiling by framing it from the bottom. That's gonna maximize our height of our little attic space up above. We already have all our measurements. We're simply gonna treat it like a little wall. We're gonna build it down here on the ground, push the whole thing up and secure it to our walls and attach it to our zip on the ceiling. Yeah, this is one of those ideas. It sounds good. Now we'll see if we can install it. If it goes in, it'll save us a bunch of time, right? I think we got it. I think we got this. We just got to get it turned horizontal. Yeah, it's light.
You comfy?
Yep. Get on top of your ladder. Yep. Come all the way to you. Oh, easy. Are we all the way down to that wall?
Yes.
All right, let's get this corner all the way up to the zip tape. Oh.
Okay.
Up.
Yep. It's tight.
When it gets to a point, the whole thing's going to might want to fall. Second time's a charm. Why is it always the piece that's like the most difficult and the worst, most inconvenient spot that you have to do over?
All right.
Now what?
Here.
Nice. All right, and then the left corner. Looks good. Yep. Okay. Well, it looks great. Nice. A double ceiling. All right, here's how I get out of here. This is why I've been going to rock climbing school.
Wow.
Yeah.
American Ninja Warrior.
So when I'm all ready to climb Half Dome. All right, guys, and with that, the stairway framing is complete. We've got our ceiling all done, and it's all sealed in. We know it's all sealed in because it's a lot hotter in here now than it was before we had the roof. In the afternoon sun, this gets pretty hot, so we're already thinking about maybe a transfer grill down here to pull some of that cool air from the garage, blow it into the stairway. But we're gonna wait to see what happens and see how hot this thing really gets. But we got a ton of stuff done in this video. We knocked out almost our complete list for framing items. We got our bathroom all framed in with this 12-foot plus 12-foot wall, right? With that bevel top plate. We got all the drywall. Guys, I asked you to do one thing, rookies. We got all our drywall blocking done. Jordan, put that on your list. Do that when I leave here, okay? And like I said, we got our stairway ceiling all made. We got the stairway blocking done, all the work downstairs, and that 2x12 screw to the I-beam. And by building the ceiling in the stairwell and sealing the ceiling, we actually created a space up there for our ERV and all the associated ductwork. And with that, we are 99% complete with framing. And I say 99% because there's one more thing we gotta do to make this garage apocalypse-proof. It's kind of keeping me up at night how we're gonna figure this out, so stay tuned for the next video. You're not gonna wanna miss it. So make yourself a special double bevel top plate for your like button, smash it for us, ask us a question. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram at StudPackOfficial. Of course, we still got our website, studpack.com. Please subscribe and ring that bell so you get a notification for our very next video. And we'll see you then right here at the StudPack Custom House Build.